quick video in here at Sweeny High School. So you see what's happening now. Again, gonna inspire some people. Got a message on my heart about being a doer, being intentional, dreaming a big dream, manifesting those things with your thoughts, with your feelings, with the environment you have. I'm so excited to be doing this work. I wish I could put it into words better, how I feel about the responsibility and being the messenger. But I'm on assignment. I'm on assignment. Much love.
I know that I have the ability to achieve my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. I fully realize that no wealth or position will long endure unless it is built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all to whom it affects. I'm succeeding by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use in the cooperation of other people. I induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I eliminate hatred, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism, anger, and fear by developing a true love for all of humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and believe in myself. You see, this is my creed. This is my quest to never stop striving for the top, to always keep moving forward, to always be the very best I can be, because I am the power. I am the magic. I cannot be stopped. I am a winner. I promise to always be true to myself because I'm the master and creator of my universe, and I'm responsible for making a positive difference in the world and to the quality of life in it. I live in constant and never-ending improvement. That's a passage from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And when I was a young person just graduating college, I had one goal. I graduated college, I was a college athlete, and I didn't know if I was good at anything other than being a very good basketball player. But I graduated and I had one goal, I just want to be successful, whatever that means. And so I started reading books for the first time. I didn't read in college, but I started reading when I graduated college. I want to be successful. And I opened this book and I started reading that part, and it made me feel a way. And I thought, that makes me feel good. And then I'd come back to that part in the book 6 months later, a year later, and every time I read it, it made me feel better about who I was. And before long, I'm like, you know what, that's gonna be me. I'm turning those words into who I am. And that's gonna be the best reflection of me. That's my new identity. That's my new self-image. Because prior to that, I was just a basketball player. On the surface, I was this. But I was deciding, I wanna be about something else. So that is my creed. That is my quest. To never stop striving for the top, to always keep moving forward, to always be the very best I can be, because I am the power, I am the magic, I cannot be stopped, and I am a winner. And sometimes you forget about that, but then I go back to those words and I remind myself of who I am. I'm very, very happy to be here with you today. I'm from North Carolina. I took a little trip to get here, just for you. And I'm gonna say this, because this is really important to me. I want you to know that I don't take this interaction lightly. This is important. Every person with ears that can hear my voice, this interaction is important. I don't know why I came here for you today. I don't know why we met. I have no idea. I don't know why we're sitting here with 45 minutes to share a moment. Your responsibility is to be open to hear and receive whatever it is you're supposed to receive. Me, personally, I'm standing in the midst of answered prayers. I want to do a job that inspires people all over the world. I want to challenge people to enlarge their vision of what's possible in the world. That's what I will spend the rest of my life doing. So to be on that journey in this moment with you matters to me. So I want you to know that I'm here on assignment. On assignment. There are no accidents. I could have been doing anything else. I'm not from right down the street. I flew here because coincidentally, somebody that I know is here and knows you and said, maybe you should come and do this. So this is no accident. So let's make sure we all maximize the opportunity in the moment. I'm a former college athlete, former college basketball coach. I spent the last 14 years coaching college basketball, 8 years as a head coach, 6 years, 7 years, whatever those other math numbers, 6 years as an assistant coach. And I resigned in 2017 to start my own company called Refuse to Lose. I decided what I wanted to do was two things. Start a personal empowerment company that inspires people to make adversity their advantage, one. Two, that challenges people to enlarge their vision of what's possible. And I'll do that through public speaking, books, one-on-one personal development consulting, and all of the media content that I put out into the world with my social media. That's how I'll do that for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. I want to share something with you, an idea that I want you to think about. I don't know where you are in your journeys. We got 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th through 12th. In 12 months, who's a senior in here? In 12 months, less than 12 months, this journey will be over for some of the people in this room. Over. Done. In 24 months, this journey will be over for another portion of the people in this room. Done. 36 months will come, and most of this room will no longer be here. 48 months, if I came back, almost none of you would be here. And so the challenge I have for you, because 48 months is going to come, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The definition of the word doers is defined as someone who doesn't merely talk about something, they actually go to action. They actually make things happen. Doers. For their community, for their families, for themselves, they do. They don't just talk about it. So I want to share that word doers with this group of people. And I want to break that word down to a nice little acronym I created myself. I want to take that D in the word doers. That D, I want to challenge you to dream a big dream. Dream a big dream. Bigger than this high school, bigger than this town, this city, bigger than the state of Texas. Dream a big dream. Because you don't know what you're capable of. You have no clue what lives inside of you that given the right opportunity or opening your eyes to see that maybe I can do that by trying, what could happen in your life. The power inside of you has never been calculated. They found no limit to what human beings are capable of, what you can create, what you can do. There's no limit, only the ones we place on ourselves. So I would challenge you to dream big. When I was your age, I didn't dream big. The biggest I could think of was, the greatest goal I could think of achieving was to be a high school state champion. It's like, I'm gonna go to my high school, which we were really big in sport. It was an important thing in my community, and I was the best basketball player in that community, and I'm going there and I'm winning 4 high school state championships. As big as I could think. If I could be the biggest in my city, that'd be great. And that was just the one dream. I didn't think I was very good academically. I never thought I was the prettiest girl. I didn't have any other goals other than clear the path of winning a high school state championship. Ask me if I won a high school state championship. No! I did not. I did not. But what happened, because I had that one dream, guys, this is something special that really happened. Because I was so focused on that one dream too. Nothing else got in the way of that dream. Like I didn't let other things distract me from what I was trying to do. And in surrendering to that dream and that goal, it focused me. I was able to make decisions that didn't match what I was trying to do. Alcohol, that don't match. Smoking, drugs, that don't match. I know what I'm trying to do. And then people start looking at me as, oh, she's on assignment. See, the dream is going to give you a destination. This is where I'm going. And when you're along that journey, you'll recognize this doesn't fit. And so I was able to get things out of the way. And in trying to be the best I could at that, over 70 schools noticed and offered me full scholarships to come play at their school. Just because I was just on assignment to do that one thing. I said, if I'm gonna win a state championship, I probably gotta be the best in my city, I probably gotta be the best in the state, I gotta be really, really a dominating factor. I probably gotta develop my leadership skills. I probably gotta do this better. I probably gotta maintain these types of grades to stay on the team, this type of attitude in order to do this. So all these things, this goal started creating the individual I am. It started running my life. And other people started noticing that this kid is on assignment. See, what happens when you get a dream and you decide what you want, people will watch you go after that thing and they will say, wow, I don't know what she's trying to do, but she's going somewhere. She's a doer. She's different than those people. She's trying to go somewhere. Dream big. I wish I would have dreamed bigger than a high school state championship. I'd probably be the president right now. I still got time. The O in that word doers is something I don't ever want you to forget. One of one. You were designed and created to be you, and there will never be another you, ever. There was no one here like you before you, there will be no one here after you. You are one of one. Your gifts, your talents, your abilities, who you are, your personality, your spirit is one of one. There's no other Adell Harris. I'm good at being her. I will be the best her I can be. I don't need to try to be like that person over there because I wasn't born to be them. I want them to go win at being them. I will win at being me. You have something. It is yours. But sometimes we don't want to embrace our thing. We want to look over here at what they're doing because they're getting pats on the back and high fives for what they're doing, and I want some of that, so let me try to be like them. And then you're abandoning who you are. Well, if you're trying to be like them, who's going to be you? Own it. There's so many gifts and talents in this room. Not everybody's a basketball player. Not everybody's sports. Maybe you're a good singer. Maybe you're a good artist. Maybe you're good at science. Maybe you're good at math. Maybe you're a good writer. I don't know what you do, and personally, I don't care. Your job is to find it. Because if you can find that thing, that will guide your decision-making moving forward. That will help you become a doer. And that actually will help you do it like with a little joy and excitement. See, I can be excited about what I do because I'm not trying to go be a scientist. I'd be miserable trying to do that. That ain't me. I'm a communicator. I speak words of inspiration that help people enlarge their vision of what's possible in the world. That's who I am. I will be the best at this. I don't need anything else. Be comfortable being you. And if you don't know what that thing is, your job is to find it, figure it out. What is it that I'm good at? What can I do for hours and be so excited of doing it? One of one. You got your own unique gifts and talents. The E in that word doers. Expect great things to happen in your life. So I've been on a college campus for the last 19 years. And some of my players were doers, and some of them weren't. But there's a different energy in a person who walks around expecting something good to happen for them. It's kind of like tomorrow's my birthday. I don't know if you can think about your birthday, like if your birthday was tomorrow, how you'd be acting today? You'd be a little excited because you anticipate something good is about to happen. You'd be excited because something as good is about to happen. I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna throw more high fives. Oh, I asked for that gift, I'm probably gonna get those shoes tomorrow. It's my birthday. It's a party on Friday because it's my birthday. How about every day? Every day expect great things to happen tomorrow because I'm on assignment. See, when I know where I'm going and I decide I'm on a goal and I'm on a mission, every day I get closer to that and I don't let distractions get in the way. I'm excited because tomorrow the great thing is going to happen. I'm going to be one step closer. I'm going to be one step closer to that goal. I want to go to college. I want to be the first person in my family to own their own business. I don't know what it is you want to do. I want to be the best player in the state of Texas. I don't care. But if you're on assignment, you can get excited about getting closer to that. So expect great things to happen. It's called a positive attitude also. See, when people walk around with a positive attitude, they attract more positive things into their life. People want to help people who are on assignment, who are expecting great things to happen, who have positive energy and attitude. People will step in and want to help you get to that journey, that destination. That's really, really important. Expect great things to happen. Expect great things to happen. Don't see things as they are. See them better than they are. Great things I don't know about everybody else in here, but great things are going to happen for me. Because I just decided. That's it. I just decided. Decide. The R in that word, doers. Respect your process. So every day ain't going to be great. Bad things are going to happen. Bad things happen to good people. Somewhere in our life, we think that things shouldn't happen to us that hurt our feelings. And when we don't get over that, we stop trying to get to our destination. See, bad things happen. I get my heart broken. Somebody rejects me, tells me I'm not good enough. Something happens at home, something happens at school, I get in trouble, I get whatever it might be. I don't handle it, so I get off assignment. So I get distracted, and I'm like, man, I can't get to the destination. I can't get to my dream. Understand that's normal. Let me tell you a little bit about my process. So I was born in North Carolina, over near the Atlantic Ocean, about 30 minutes from the beach. And I was put up for adoption at birth. I lived the first 3 months of my life in an orphanage. Adopted by a couple who I believe their intentions were good. My mother and father got a divorce before I ever remember them being together. My father doesn't know my birthday. We don't talk, we don't communicate. I was the best player in the state, in the city. I was all everything, full scholarship, everybody's proud, and he's not there. My mother, her intentions were good, I believe. She went on to get married 4 more times. Her second husband sexually abused me at the age of 8. She also went on to have over 60 foster kids living in and out of my home. So I got a daddy who left. I got men in and out the house. I got 70, 60 foster kids in and out, different people every week, every month. This is the home I grew up in. Dysfunctional. I had a lot of reasons not to become the individual I became. I had a lot of excuses. My daddy's not there. He doesn't love me. Bad things happen to good people. When I was your age, I was a senior in high school, second week of school. Friday night after a football game, we all congregate kind of at this little area where McDonald's, gas station, is a common thing. We did it every Friday night. Fight breaks out across the street, gunshots. I watch one of my classmates, Jacob Walker, football team, track team, going to college to play his sport, takes a bullet right above the left eye, dies. I watched them put the sheet over his face. The end of my senior year, this is 6 days before I signed my national letter of intent. It's supposed to be the best day ever. Because honestly, Wake Forest was a dream school of mine. So I'm going. And 6 days before I signed to go, my best friend commit suicide. Respect your process. You're gonna have a million reasons to quit and say it ain't gonna work, and I'm not good enough, and I can't do it, and all the other things. And quite honestly, I only shared 4 things that happened in my life there. But stuff happens. It will happen. I pray you never have to endure what I did. I pray you always know your mother had you and she wanted you. That you understand what that feels like to be loved and be wanted. Because I've struggled with that. Because when your mom doesn't want you, when your mother has you and it's like, nah, you can have her. Some insecurities come with that. Lack of feeling like you're good enough. I had excuses. Everybody does. That's the thing, everybody does. We're all living the same human experience. Respect your process. When you're in the valley, you don't feel like you can do it and the walls are closing in, just take another step, just one more. Just take another step. Have a positive attitude, expect great things to happen so the adults in your life or the people that come into your life, they pour into you and they help you. They hold your hand for a little while until you get your legs back, until you're okay. Because that's what I had. Because people saw that I was on assignment, so they were like, well, let's help Adell a little bit. We know her dad's not there. We know her mom's working 3 jobs. We'll give her a ride. Well, hey, we'll take her to eat. She doesn't have any money for food. We'll make sure she eats. She got to get the SAT, ACT. We'll help her. Because that's what people will do when they notice that you're on assignment, that you got a dream. Be that person that people want to help. Your attitude has a lot to do with it. So respect your process. You'll have excuses to quit. Be a doer anyway. The S in that word, doers. Use that dream. Use your unique gifts and talents, your one-of-oneness. Use your attitude, expecting great things to happen. The fact that you had the ability to respect your process, use all of that. And when you get to that destination, you reach your hand back and you help other people get there too. Serve others. That's what doers do. They get there and then they come back and they help their little brother and sister because they're making some of the same mistakes I made, but then they want to quit and you got to say, no, come on, it's okay. This is not come on, bad things happen to good people, come on. Let me show you how. You get there and then you come back and you help others get there too. That's what doers do. I had one little dream turned into a full scholarship college degree at one of the best schools in the country. Dream school too, that I never told anybody because I didn't think I was smart enough to get there. 14 years I coached college basketball. Made over $1 million coaching college basketball. Over $1 million coaching basketball. Just something that I did as an 8-year-old just to get out of my house. Because see, my house was dysfunctional. And if I stayed in the house, then I would be a part of that dysfunction and abuse. So I took my little ball and I just went outside to hang out with my older brother. And then that became a thing. That became my therapy. That became where I got approval and confidence and love. My teammates, my coaches, my community. That was my identity. Gave me everything that I had. I'll tell you something about your bad stuff, the things that hurt your feelings. I think God has a way of balancing the scales. God has a way of working on your behalf when you don't even know he's working on your behalf. That's what he did for me. That little ball, that little escape getting out of the house turned into all it turned into. And now I'm able to go serve others because of my experiences, because of my education, or whatever else I have to bring to the table. Be doers. Don't sit back and wait for something to happen, and don't just talk about stuff. Go do. Get on assignment. We want to get in the car, we want to drive to California, we better put it in the navigation system or we will get lost. You get that dream, that thing you want to do, write it down. Sometimes when we have dreams, this is really important. Our reason for doing it, which is our why, our reason for doing it. Why do I want this goal? I had this grandmother who loved me like I was the greatest thing ever invented. And I never heard I love you from anybody but my grandmother for the first 20 years of my life. Not my mom, not my dad, not anybody else told me, I love you. Never heard it. I do love you. I never heard it. But my grandmother, woo, I'd come in the room and she would be like I was her favorite present. And there's something inside of me that will never let me lose because that lady loved me. She worked in a factory, saved her money so I could have Jordans to go play our crosstown rivals because that was important to me. She saved her money, set it aside so I could go on my little AAU trips. And because she made those sacrifices for me, the world will always know I'm on assignment. My reason is so strong. I'm getting back up regardless of what happens to me. Find you a reason that won't let you lose. Find you a reason. It's going to be worth it to make my mama proud, whatever it might be. My mama is not, I'm going to change my mother's life with my success. She's struggling now. She's about to see something she's never seen before because I'm going to take our whole family to another level. Whatever it is. My little brothers and sisters, they're watching every single thing I do. Everything I do, and they mock it, they imitate it, they emulate it. They're going to have to emulate this scholarship. They're going to have to emulate this business degree. They're going to have to emulate this master's degree. They're going to have to emulate me becoming an entrepreneur. They're going to have to emulate every single thing I do in that case. Serve others. I want to have some Q&A because I'm always, Q&A means question and answer, if you were wondering. I actually had that question before. But I want to open it up to Q&A because I know school's out in a little bit. But I want to be able to answer any questions that you might have that can help you along your journey. Thoughts, concerns, ideas, things you want to ask me about my personal journey. Raise your hand if you have a question. Don't be scared. Somebody can get something from this today. Change their life. Yes?
I'll get it started. So do you think some of the struggles that you went through, some of the storms, I guess, made you stronger because...
For sure. So the question was about...
How did you use the storm to propel you?
So the name of my company is Refuse to Lose. And my motto is inspire the world to make adversity their advantage. Because I believe when you get knocked down and you get tested, you wake up something in your spirit that lies dormant in other people. See, nobody else can tell me the strength it takes to get out of my home. Nobody else can tell me what it's like not to have a father say I love you or a mother say I love you. That's planted something in me that helps me be able to add more value to the world. The fact that I'm not supposed to be, my county is Guilford County, North Carolina. I wasn't supposed to get out of my county. I wasn't supposed to get out of that county. 60, 70 foster kids in my home, 4 men, sexually abused. And FYI, I'm also black. Are you serious? I'm not supposed to get out of that county. My story's supposed to be so different. So how? I had a dream. I got focused on something that was bigger. Get focused on something bigger than what's happening in your current world. I owned my unique skills. At the time, all I think I could do was play basketball. I did it. I owned it. My one-of-one that was going to be better than anybody else I ever came in contact with. I had a great attitude. I expected great things to happen. I was always a positive kid. Always trying to inspire people. This isn't new. I've been doing this since I was a young person. I respected my process. I don't complain. I don't complain. I don't complain about watching one of my friends get murdered, my friend committing suicide, being depressed in college, My mom just died 3 years ago. I'm not complaining. I lost my grandmother to lung cancer. I was held up at gunpoint. I'm not complaining. I'm winning. I'm a doer. Stop complaining. The world doesn't feel sorry for you. And that's just facts. If they did, we'd hear more about other crises going on in the world. We'd hear more about it more often. We don't. Everybody's got to live their life. So I don't complain. And then I share with others. I give back. Because this is where I feel best. Trying to help someone else get there. That's it. I'm a doer. That's how I make adversity my advantage. And I do believe it's my advantage. Because I know you ain't been through what I've been through. And we ended up at the same place. Question? What's your name? Alyssa? You said what? Speaking? So I started my career in June 2017 as a full-time speaker. But I've been speaking because I was a point guard on my team. I've been a coach since I was 19. I've been a head coach for the last 8 years, so I've been speaking. It's always been part of my job or my life in sport. But now I've decided to cut the sport out and speak full time. So I could connect with different people. Because if I was coaching my team over at UNC Wilmington, we'd have never met. I'd have been too busy. I don't want to be too busy to come to Sweeny High School. I want to be right in front of people who need the message. 2017. Any other questions? Good questions, Alyssa. What you got? What's your name? Jaden. What's your question? I majored in sociology. What'd you say? You thought so? Sociology is the study of human behavior within society. Psychology is the study of human behavior within the brain. Sociology studies their social environments, so where you came from, the home you grew up in, the city, your grandparents, your parents, all that stuff. Good question. What you got? What's your name? Courtney. What you got, Courtney? How do you find what you're good at? That's a great question, Courtney. Because sometimes it takes people a long time to figure it out. I think you got to try stuff, right? Like if you feel it, like I want to try out for that. How many times you felt something like I want to try that and then you don't because you're afraid? Yeah. Because you're afraid or you don't want to fail. But you got to try things. You got to try the dance. You got to try to sing. You got to try the arts. You got to try this. You got to try things to find out. Ooh, this is what I like right here. This is what makes me feel great. But while you're trying stuff, get a simple goal. I'm going to make my mom proud. I'm going to make my family proud. Get a simple goal because that'll keep you focused. Good question. I was fortunate. I found it early. But part of it was because basketball was therapy. Because I had to get out of my house. What's your name? Charlie? What you got, Charlie? Oh, I can't hear you, Charlie.
Who did you look up to growing up? Who did you look up to?
Who did I look up to? My older brother was the first hero in my life. He was 4 years older than me. He was real cool. Everybody liked him. He was the man. And I was his little sister. And that's the best title anybody could ever give me, Jamel's little sister. So that was my first role model. And then after that, my first coach, that's the only reason I started coaching, because I wanted to make people feel the way he made me feel. He made me feel like I was the best human being ever. And I thought, man, if I could make other people feel that way, I'll never lose a game. But I was wrong. I lost a lot of games. But he was an incredible role model. You need models. That's a great point. You need models. You need to surround yourself with people who are also on assignment. And they don't have to be on the same journey as you, but they got to be going somewhere. They got to be doers. If you find yourself hanging with people who don't have a mission, you will become more like them. It's just natural. 5 people are hanging around each other. 4 of them don't have any money and don't wish to have any. The 5th person is going to be that way too. 5 people, 4 of them are extremely wealthy. The fifth person is gonna figure out how to become wealthy too. Just access to the information, conditioned. We're all computer systems. You just downloaded information. So whatever you're watching on your TV, whatever you're reading, whatever you're texting, whatever you're listening to with your little friends, all that language, all that energy is who you're becoming. So just drown yourself in the right stuff, and you will not lose. Good question there. What's your name? What is it? Fatima. That's a dancer. Go ahead. Do you dance? No? Not yet? Okay. What you got, Fatima? Oh, that's a scary question. Fatima asked, if I did not have basketball, what do I think I would be? I would have gotten pregnant in high school. I mean, it sounds funny, but I grew up in a home, sexual abuse was everywhere. Foster kids in my house. 3 girls were pregnant during that time by boys that lived in the house. It was not a safe environment. If I was in it, just like being around, what you're around, you become. If I was in that, I wouldn't have made it out of my county. Basketball saved my life. It's how God balanced the scales. He gave me something. People, love. I didn't know that I was going to play basketball. I just happened to play it because my older brother was playing. So I don't know. But I think you get something. Even if it's just this message. So you can decide, she came in here, I don't know what she was talking about, whatever. Or you can decide, that might have been for me. That might have been how somebody's trying to help just push me forward a little bit. That's what basketball did for me. It just pushed me forward a little bit so I could grow legs on my own. And now I don't need basketball anymore, Fatima. I'm strong by myself. Took a while though. What you got? What's your name? Say it again. Kiana? What you got, Kiana? What? My brother? She said, where's my brother? My brother's in California. He lives in Los Angeles. He went all the way across the country to get away from me. I'm kidding. He did go across the country to pursue a music career. So he's been in California for the last 12 years. Got questions over here? What's your name? Kayla? Always. Kayla asked if I ever wanted to quit. Always, Kayla. Always, always, always. That is a normal feeling. Doubt, fear, I'm not good enough, how? And it will always be there. You know, you may have it where you are now, but then you'll get to high school and you'll accomplish that thing and you'll be like, oh, I don't want to quit. And then you'll get to something else and it'll always be there, but you just got to go anyway. You just got to go anyway, always. Now, Kayla, I just started my own business. I quit something I was doing for all my life to talk to people. You know how crazy people thought I was? So hold on, you're going to quit your job. You're going to quit your job. And you're going to go talk to people? What? What are you going to talk to them about? Who's going to pay you? How are you going to pay your bills? I don't know, but something inside of me knows. And I'm just going to follow that thing inside of me. So often, that feeling is common, Kayla. But don't let it win. Just keep going. If it feels right, call me if you want to quit. Call me. And if I want to quit, I'm calling you. What's your name? Cameron? What you got, Cameron?
What advice would you give to another athlete that feels like they are better fit but aren't really sure?
An athlete? Well, I would probably ask a lot of questions, like, is it an important thing to you? If it really is important, then why do you want to quit? Maybe you want to quit because it's challenging right now. Things aren't going my way. I'm afraid to fail in front of people. I don't know what the reason is, so I would probably start asking some questions. If the person really, really wanted to do it, but just was operating out of a sense of fear, I'm afraid to fail in front of people, things aren't going my way, it's too hard right now, then I would say just take one more step. Just take the next right step, but always have a great attitude. That's what I would say. I would ask more questions. Sometimes it ain't for you. Like if you made me go to science camp this summer, I would cry every day. And I would want to quit because I'm not that. What's your name?
Faith.
Bailey,
What was your first thought when you really cut out basketball?
she said, what was my first thought when I cut out basketball from my life? You know, I had about 2 years of kind of separating from basketball. It took a while, it wasn't like right away. It was too challenging all of a sudden. It was beating me. And this isn't something that's ever beaten me. This is something I've done the best thing. I thought I would coach basketball forever. Like if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I'd be like, I'll be coaching basketball in a piece of ice in Alaska, Bailey. What are you talking about? But I grew and I evolved. I had something happen in my life. My mother passed away and I was the primary caregiver, so I had to watch her die. 2.5 years. She left. And I thought like, maybe I'm feeling this way because I'm going through this other thing. And then when she passed away, I thought I'm just gonna jump back into basketball and it's gonna be, and it just wasn't. And maybe I got to a point where I could share my truth and my story with the rest of the world and I didn't need basketball anymore. So I had to listen to that part of myself. That creed that I say, I live in constant and never-ending improvement. I had to listen to myself when it's time to improve. And it was time. I think I'm standing right where I need to be, at Sweeny High School.